Hello and welcome to episode 95 of the Stress Knits podcast. 95. What? Oh, okay, so today is October 15th, 2019, and I'm coming to you from a very sunny but slightly chilly Southeast Michigan, Metro Detroit, where I live with my husband Doug and our daughter Eliza, along with our pug puppy Esther. I am in a very good mood after a very stressful week. I mean, I'm still a little stressed out because there's a lot I have to get done before I leave. I'm pushing myself back in my chair. But after last week, I had almost no motivation most of last week, and I needed to get a lot done, and I just didn't. So it got pushed to this week, which was not smart because Doug, my husband, is out of town. And yeah, so it's just me and Eliza. I am very lucky to have both sets of our parents live very close by, one across the street and one less than a mile away. I'm very lucky. My mom has been coming in the evenings to help me out. Yesterday, I spent the majority of the day with one of my best friends, Beth, hi Beth, and her husband Peter, and that was a huge help because it tired Eliza out and helped her get a really good night's sleep. Eliza is down right now for a nap. She'll probably be waking up in the next hour or two. So I have a lot to get done in this next hour, but I also really needed to sit down with you and podcast. It is on my list of things to do before I leave for New York. So, yes, I've tried to record this maybe 6 times and nothing's just worked out, or I've just, or I've said things that just sound weird to me. I don't know. It's all interesting. Like, I was talking about my budget for Rhinebeck and I mentioned how Doug and I talked about it and I was like, that sounds weird. I don't need his permission, but also I like talking through things like that with him because he's my best friend. Anyway, but like the way I worded it, I was like, this sounds a little like he's giving me a lot. It sounded weird. Anyway, so just forgive my general punch drunkenness because sleep is a almost non-existent thing at this point. I did sleep more than I expected to last night, which was nice, but it took a long time to fall asleep. So it's 3 minutes in, Stacy. We have things to talk about. So I will talk about Rhinebeck towards the end in case you're not interested. I tried to talk about it up front the last times that I recorded, but it just went on too long. So that will be towards the end, right before shop update information. So before we get into the knitting, I have a winner to announce. So we had the 5K giveaway, which, holy cow, 5,000 subscribers. I still can't wrap my brain around it. So I just want to say a huge thank you to every single one of you who is watching, who subscribed. If you haven't subscribed yet, please feel free to. It helps just put my podcast out there, my video cast out there, and help people that enjoy crafty, knitty things to find our community. So just thank you to everybody who has liked and subscribed, for those of you who have watched since the dorm room days, to those of you who are just starting to watch now, and everybody in between. It means the world to me that I'm not just talking to myself about this, even though I would still do so if I was. I thoroughly enjoy doing this each week and I look forward to it. So thank you, and thank you to all of you who entered the giveaway. I forgot to write something down. Okay. Yeah, this is the biggest giveaway we've ever had. So just quick reminder, it is a little notions pouch with some tuft woolens, a retractable tape measure, some crane scissors, ebony crochet hooks, and hexagon stitch markers, along with 2 skeins of my hand-dyed yarn that I'm really into right now. I'm really into cool grays. So a skein of DK and Perfectly Adequate, which is my medium gray, and a skein of Halo, which is kid mohair silk in the Smitten colorway, which looks very similar. It's a light gray, but there are little spots of like pink and mint and blue and purple, and yeah, the way that Smitten comes out on mohair is just gorgeous. So this is the giveaway, and we had 359 entries. What? So I just put the numbers into a random number generator. I just Google random number generator and it does it. So I put in numbers 2 through 359. I'm still blown away. And the number that came out is number 74, Tara, who is Alchemy Knits. So if that is you, please DM me on Ravelry with your shipping address so I can get that out to you. It'll probably go out after Rhinebeck, but if you get back to me quickly, it might go out before. I mean, I have to go to the post office today anyway, and hopefully some more orders come in before Rhinebeck. Because bills, right? Okay, so there is that. Congratulations, Tara, or Tara, not sure. But congratulations, I can't wait to get that out to you. And the next time we have a subscriber giveaway, I will let you know. It'll probably be closer to the 10K, so you know, probably not for a million years, but you never know. Okay, so let's get into some knitting. I have a finished object that you've never seen before. It's small though. So coming up on Rhinebeck, I was looking on the weather extended forecast. That's the word I was looking for. The extended forecast, and it looked like at least in the mornings and at night it was going to be chilly, like 40s, 30s. So I was like, Eliza does not have a hat, and I'm not going to go buy her a hat that's essentially just... I just don't want to go buy her a hat. I'm gonna make her a hat, right? And this way I know it's wool and it's going to keep her warm. So I made this hat. There's the color. It's bright, so that, yeah. But this is accurate to the color. I used my leftovers of Mountain Mama that I used in one of my test knits right now. I had almost an entire skein left. I think I had something like 80 grams left. And so I held the fingering weight double. This is my single base, which is a single ply merino. I held it double and I knit the classic cuff hat by Purl Soho. It is a free pattern on Purl Soho, but you can get there via Ravelry. And this is my go-to hat. I've knit so many of these hats. I just think it's perfect. This is the second size, the kid size, and it calls for a worsted weight, so I thought that would be perfect, but I mean, I'm going to need to knit it out of worsted weight next time, because I mean, her little noggin's big, but this is also plenty big for her. I haven't even blocked it yet. I'll block it when we get home, or maybe tonight, I don't know. But yeah, so it's just a classic cuff. I thought about putting a pom-pom on there, but I'm not really a big fan of pom-poms. I know, unpopular opinion, but it's not really my thing. Yeah, so, and I love the way Mountain Mama knits up. I posted a picture of this hat over on the Stress Knits Yarn Instagram page, so if you want a closer look at it, and I will also be creating a project page on Ravelry. I'm just a little behind. Yes, but the way that this color knits up, it is a very tonal green. So there are light spots and there are almost black spots, and this is just, it's my perfect green. Sometimes greens are a little too yellow or a little too blue, and I just think this is perfect. Yeah. Ugh, so it's making me want to cast on my sweater in this even more, but I can't until test knits are done. Right? Okay, so that is that. The next thing that I'm working on is what... Was I knitting on this? I don't know. Because for some of the takes of the start of the podcast, I was knitting, and I don't remember if I was on this one or not. I don't think I was. But I am knitting my Telegram sweater. This pattern is not out yet. It is by Becky Swarenson, Soprano Knits. This will be coming out in the next month or so, I think. I don't know. But I will give you that information when I have it and I'm allowed to. Yeah, so this is where I'm at. Last time I think I just separated for the sleeves, but this time I'm almost a full chart repeat. I think I have like 10 more 10 more rows to go. The lighting is good, but it's hard to pick up. Or maybe it is, and my glasses are just dirty, which is also a possibility. There it is. Right? Can you see that? It's also a dark yarn. I think you can see. Can you? I don't know. Anyway, it's a cable. It's a cable pattern that goes down the side and up the bottoms of the sleeves, and it is an all-over textured sweater, so it is a little slow going, but it's not super slow. There we go. There it is. Yeah. I'm really enjoying it. I am using La Bien Aimee and Rosa Pomara Mondium in the ash colorway. So Rosa Pomara, La Bien Aimee. I love this sweater. I was iffy about the yarn at first. It was a little toothier than I would like. It's not scratchy, but it's also not the softest. But I'm falling more and more in love with it, and I knew I would. I'm knitting the size 5, which I believe is a 48 or a 49, which should give me 5, 6, 7, somewhere in there, 5 to 7 inches of positive ease. Just how I like my sweaters to fit. So I am loving this. This is my focus right now. I'm trying to get the body done by the time I leave on Friday. So this is really where my focus is going to, which kind of bums me out because I've had to put something on hold that I've really enjoyed knitting. My lips are dry. Okay, so spoilers. I'm only at clue 1 for the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along, the Starflake, but spoilers, because I'm going to show it and talk about it a little bit. So living in this cute little basket, I have my Starflake shawl, and I have 2 more rows of clue 1, but here it is, and I love it so much. This is my favorite kind of fall color palette when you have these deep, rich, earthy kind of tones paired with a more subtle, light, I don't want to say feminine, but feminine color. Yeah, so actually it's better back here. So I'm using Stress Knits yarn on my favorite base, which is an 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon base, because he called for a plied yarn, and that is the plied yarn that I have. That's a fingering weight. And the pink, which is the main color, is Palm Lines, and the dark rusty orange is Rust Belt. So this is my go-to combination for fall things right now, is light pinks and deep rusty oranges. And I just love it. And I was unsure about it at first, but now that I've knit this part, I love it. I didn't like the star at first, and that's what really kept me from casting it on right away. But Clue 2 is out. It's brioche or garter, and I'm going to do the brioche option, but the orange is supposed to be the side that shows and the pink will be the background. But I think, because I won't be knitting this until probably after Rhinebeck, so I'm going to see where Clue 3 goes, and as of right now, I think I'm going to switch the colors and have the pink be the side that shows with the orange kind of in the background. That's kind of where I'm going, because it might be a little too much orange for me. But I love this. So we'll see how it goes, and based on Clue 3, I will make my decision. Yeah. But that is the Starflake mystery knit along, and I've been really enjoying that, and that's all I've been working on. I have not touched my Andrea Mowry test knit, and I can't show it to you anyway. I am planning that that is going to be the majority of my Rhinebeck knitting, because I've already completed the part that I really need to pay attention to, and then it's just knitting the body and the sleeves. Yeah, so that is what I'm going to focus on while I'm at Rhinebeck and while we're traveling. I'm not going to be able to knit on the plane because Eliza will be in my lap. I was not going to pay for an extra seat. Yeah, for someone who doesn't even sit in a seat right now. So, yeah. Let's talk Rhinebeck, I guess. Oh, actually, I'm going to be casting something on. So I really wanted to cast on the hat Dana, and I probably still will, just so I can show that off at the meetup, because I would really like to meet Denise. She's amazing. But I need to cast on another hat because I promised Doug that I would knit him a matching hat with Eliza for Rhinebeck. And it all worked out, because when I was winding everything for the shop update, there was this skein of Mountain Mama on worsted, and there's like this weird section that got like over twist, like I don't know what this is, and I don't feel comfortable selling it. So when this kind of stuff happens, I just keep it. So I'm going to be winding this up and casting on a classic cuff hat by Purl Soho for my husband Doug that will hopefully be done. My hope is to knit at least half of it before we leave, and then when Eliza's napping or sleeping, I can knit on it on Friday. So like when we get back to the Airbnb for the night, and I can just finish the hat. Yeah, but I don't know how this happened. I just did. So instead of putting something that I don't feel comfortable in the shop, I just kept it. Yeah. All right, so let's talk Rhinebeck really, really quickly. Eliza and I are leaving on Friday, and we are getting in mid-afternoon. We should be getting, I think our flight lands at like 2, so then we have to like pick up our luggage, because I have to check one thing. I have to check her stupid pack and play, but she needs somewhere to sleep, and our Airbnb doesn't have one, so we'll be getting that, and then getting our rental car and driving up to Kingston where our Airbnb is. And after we freshen up a little bit, get the plane off of us, because I don't know about you, I always feel gross after I travel on a plane, so I'm gonna kind of rinse off a little bit, and then we will be heading to Needles Up in Kingston, which I'm really excited about, because we're like 2.5, 3 miles from where it is, and if I didn't have to cross railroad tracks, I would totally just walk. But Eliza and I will be heading over there and seeing everybody, and seeing Chelsea and Sue and Sandy and Martha of Tuft Woolens, and just all of my favorite people. So I'm really excited about that. And then we are just gonna hang out and go get dinner. Eliza and I will just go get dinner and then head back to our Airbnb for the night, and I will knit while she sleeps. Hopefully she goes down pretty easily because Doug won't be getting in until late on Friday. So he's meeting us at our Airbnb. He's driving in from Rhode Island. So he's doing that. And then Saturday is the Sheep and Wool Festival. So we will be there most of the day. I don't know what the nap situation with Eliza is going to be. I don't know if we're both going to leave. I don't know if Doug's just going to take her to nap. But we will see how that goes. We're going to play it by ear. To kind of let Eliza tell us what she needs and go from there. We will probably be spending most of the day by the animals. I put on old Rhinebeck vlogs from some of my favorite video podcast people, and every time the sheep and goats and dogs and all of that stuff came up, she kept going to the screen and pointing and going, "Hi baby, hi baby." So that's gonna be super cute. And I think she's gonna really enjoy the animal part. So there's that. Yeah, I'm planning on buying a few things. I don't know if I'm buying any yarn yet. If the mood strikes me and something stands out, maybe. I know that if Ocean by the Sea has any yarn left, I will be grabbing some. I would like to get a few issues of Pom Pom Quarterly. I'd like to get buttons for this. So that's really my priority. I might get one sweater quantity, like a really sheepy sweater quantity of something. I just need to know what I'm knitting. Part of me is leaning towards a sweater quantity of Harrisville Nightshades for a Veronica by Shannon Cook, which has been in my queue. It's in my Make 9. I've wanted one for a long time. I tried one on at House of Yarn in Nashville, Tennessee, and I love it. So I'm going to have all that yardage information with me just in case, but I don't know if I really want to commit to a sweater quantity right now because I have so many sweaters in my queue. So many that I need to finish. But yeah, that's it. So let's talk about Stress Knits Yarn. If you are not interested in my shop or what's in the shop right now, feel free to close out of this. I'm going to try to get through this really quickly, but if you are interested, please continue watching and head on over to the shop and purchase something if you see anything you like. So first, let's talk about some stuff that's been in the shop for a bit. My single DK base, which I really love, but I don't know if you love it. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be keeping it. I have 3 colorways left. I have 5 skeins left of etching on single DK. It's just this beautiful plump single ply. I have 5 skeins left of Pillow Mint and Grubby. Grubby is my perfect color. That's actually pretty accurate. Ugh, I love it. So single DK still in the shop if you are interested in that. And then, okay, so I do have some fuzzy bases left. I need to do a restock of this once I get home, but some ones of note, I guess, that I have larger quantities of. I have Perfectly Adequate on Cloud. Cloud is my Baby Surrey alpaca silk base, so it's what I knit my no frills in, and it's so soft. Okay, so I have Perfectly Adequate SSDGM, which is just so, there's this light pink that comes through. I don't know, I love the way Surrey takes color. And then I have Accidental Gemini, which was my special Eliza colorway for her birthday, and $2 of every skein goes to the March of Dimes. And then for mohair, which is my halo base, I have No Trail to Follow, which I do have. I have both single and favorite. And this, I have enough left for a no frills or a love note or anything fuzzy that you're looking for, even a birds of a feather. But No Trail to Follow. So favorite, single, mohair. And I also have it on Cloud, which is here. So this is the No Trail to Follow family, which I really love. It's just a perfect mint chip kind of color for my mixtape collection. So there's that. And then let's talk about what, oh, I have more halo to show you. There's Grubby and SSDGM, which I am still obsessed with. I think I'm going to be making a diaphanous raglan out of this. I just need to figure out what color I want to pair with it. I'm thinking maybe Betty, which is a light blue, or Pillow Mint. Yeah, maybe Pillow Mint. Right? Maybe. Oh, I like this a lot. So yes, SSDGM on mohair is the dream. And then I have Smitten, which was in the giveaway. I also have Smitten on Cloud. Okay, so the majority of what's in the shop right now is actually heavier weights. I'm doing a restock of fingering weight and my mohair in alpaca when we get home. Yeah, and then after Advent, I'm hoping to do a dye to order, but it will be a very small selection of colorways. But right now there are plenty of skeins for any DK needs, because I have almost all of my colors in sweater quantities of DK. So stuff that's yeah. So this, you can find all this in the shop right now. So for blues, we have Slate, which I love, and Mom Jeans. So we have that. You also have Siren, which I love. I'm knitting a sweater out of this right now. Then you have Lake Effect and Pillow Mint. So they're slightly subtly different. You can't really see it with the light, but this is a much brighter color and this is a much more muted color. So this is like a fun blue-green kind of combination. I have, Mountain Mama. I have so much Mountain Mama on DK and worsted. Yeah, Mountain Mama. And I also have Mountain Mama on worsted. I have like 13 skeins of worsted and 10 skeins of DK. It's a lot. Very excited about that. And I have a fuzzy that can go with Mountain Mama. It didn't quite come out as Mountain Mama, so this is a one of a kind, and it is, I think I called it Fuzzy Pickle because it was just funny, but yeah, so that would go great with that, or this could even be very interesting. I don't know, but Fuzzy Pickle, 4 skeins of that. I have 5 skeins of Accidental Gemini on DK. I have a lot of Prudence. I think I have 7 or 8 Prudence on DK. I have 8 skeins of Birch on DK. And I love this batch of Birch. I think this is my favorite I've ever dyed this. It's just, look at those speckles. I love it. And then I have 7 skeins of Grubby. This is also a really speckly batch. I love Grubby. If I could knit with one color for the rest of my life, it would be Grubby. I have my jam on DK, as well as my jam on worsted. I am actually planning on knitting a sweater out of my jam on DK. There's that. And then my jam on worsted. Golden Hour on DK. There are 6 of these. Palm Lines on DK. There are 5. There's 4 left of Dahlia on DK. 6 Etching on DK. 4 Perfectly Adequate. And 4 Rust Belt. So yeah, that is everything that's in the shop right now that's been updated. So there's a ton of DK and worsted. For all of your large shawl, sweater quantity needs, or also if you just want to pick up a hat. Yes, so thank you. If you choose to stop by and pick something up, it really helps my family out. This is how we pay bills. So thank you. And yeah, so I hope to see you at Rhinebeck. Say hi, stop us, say hi, and yeah, I'm just really looking forward to seeing all of you and having a wonderful knitty weekend with all of my favorite knitty people. So, if you can't make it, I'm so sorry, but the next episode will also be very heavily Rhinebeck, and then we will move away from that. The rest of this week will just be finishing up Advent dyeing. I'm almost done, and packaging some more Advents. I've already done a few, but I just want to show you. I'll just give you a sneak peek of Advent, okay? Can we talk about this? How cute is this? I'm so proud of it. It's like there's one, and then there's another. Right? And that's all you'll get. That's the sneak peek of Advent if you ordered. Yes, also speaking of Advent, if you are here still, if you had a change of address and you emailed me and I did not email you back, can you email me again? Because I think I changed everybody's address, because there's been like 6. So please message me, because I want to make sure that everything's good. I just want to double check. Okay, so have a wonderful week. I hope to see you at Rhinebeck if you are going, and if not, I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye!